Hey, it's Jeffrey,
And Elizabeth.
and we've been away for a week, but we're back with 4 minute devotions. In the last 4 weeks, I've been involved in 4 funerals.
Mm.
I've heard this verse mentioned quite a few times.
Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting?
I'm calling this lesson 4 Lessons and a Funeral, and there's death on the pale horse. Lesson number 1: death is not a brick wall we hit, it's a door we pass through. And the Apostle Paul said that.
For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain.
In Jesus' day, there were Sadducees who were the ruling class, and they adopted philosophy rather than faith, and they believed that when a man died, he ceased to exist. Now, compare that with our very own Peter Marshall, who comes from Scotland.
He does.
And he wrote this: Death is nothing more than falling asleep in your Father's arms and waking up in your heavenly home to the smiling faces of your family. I'm asking you to choose faith, not philosophy. Lesson number 2: death is the end of living by faith and the start of living by sight.
For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part. Then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known.
Imagine that. We will see God. We will no longer live by faith. Faith is hard. Faith is not normal. It's hard to live by faith. But one day we will actually see what we only see in our hearts right now. Jesus said,
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
they shall see God. Lesson number 3 is that death is the end of struggle and the start of a new life.
Or because of these surpassingly great revelations. Therefore, in order to keep me from becoming conceited, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan, to torment me.
We believe Paul was blind. That was his thorn in the flesh. And I want you to notice this, that God put this struggle in Paul's way so that he would not become conceited. And in heaven, you may actually thank God for the problems that he allowed to come into your life that stopped you going on from becoming a self-made man. Read that.
So will it be with the resurrection of the dead. The body that is sown is perishable. It is raised imperishable. It is sown in dishonor. It is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness. It is raised in power. It is sown a natural body. It is raised a spiritual body.
Now, this is Paul's greatest metaphor. You are like a seed. And when it gets sown into the ground, it may die, but then new life comes out of the ground, and it is so much more glorious. It's 100 times more glorious than what was buried. That's what's going to happen to you. And so Jesus said, if this is true,
Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell.
and then finally, death is the end of investing and the realization of our reward.
And without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him.
You are actually investing in heaven by investing in those people who are going to heaven.
Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him.
Every time you pray for somebody, every time you forgive somebody, you are investing in heaven.
Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you.